Was he one of the people who was pushing a lot of the shit that we didn't want in video games, or was he just a brainwashed, true believer kind of person?
Listen, we talked about this many, many times. A lot of people broke in 2016, and then 2020 just like pushed them off the ledge. And if 2024 goes like a lot of people think 2024 is going to go, my God, it could be insane, right? One of the people that had been absolutely broken in the video game industry was Adam Sessler, former host of G4. He came back with the reboot. I've interviewed Adam Sessler a long time ago. We talked video games and stuff, and he was kind of went along with this is 15, 16 years ago. I interviewed him a long time ago. But he like really jumped off the whole deep end when it came to the election of Donald Trump and like the whole TDS thing, Trump derangement Trump derangement syndrome? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
And he went on a Twitter just rampage yesterday and ended up offing his Twitter account as like I don't know enough about all the protests that are happening at colleges right now or the situation associated with that. So I'm not going to even speak on that. But I will say what he brought. This is from Papa Gundam over there on X. As Adam Sessler's Trump derangement syndrome finally caught up with him and he deleted his Twitter. And this is what he said. Had an epiphany. These kids, these protesting kids are pretty much Trump voters. Sure as shit ain't voting for Biden. So I feel towards them like any Trump voter. Fuck them. If the cops bust their teeth in, fine. At the end of the day, they hate me and wish me harm, not wringing my hands. I'm guessing that Adam Sessler is Jewish. I guess that's what this all comes down to.
Well, he says he is right there. So yeah.
Okay. So,
wait. How did you surmise that he's Jewish from that?
Based off of some of the statements in this that I believe.
I was going to say, was it just a handwriting? That's pretty impressive.
No. But the response is, yeah, man, kids and faculty protesting for peace specifically hate you. And anyway, so he goes through and he goes off, and ultimately he's he's just broken, man. Just broken. And it ended up with him deleting his X account, and chances are he'll probably be back, because they always come back. But with that said, we see this all the time. Maybe not to this extent, but we see this all the time with people who were broken in a major way, and have just like, if they were to talk to themselves from 10 years ago, they would not recognize the people that they've become.
Absolutely not.
And this is a larger symptom of entertainment, of gaming, of sports. Go to any industry and there's people like this. And they get so sucked into these divisive things that they deem divisive that they just crack. And I think that's what's happened with Adam Sessler. Over the years, he's gone on, and after G4 failed, he came out and he was like, well, I never really cared about video games in the first place. They were a means to an end. I'm rich now, and fuck y'all. I'm going home and I'm doing nothing, right? And he was kind of really resentful towards his audience, which, by the way, always goes really well when you're like that. I'll say this, and I hope that dude gets the help that he needs. I hope that is it really fucking sad? Yeah, it's really fucking sad. But I hope that he gets the help that he needs and he's able to kind of work past whatever hurdles are in his brain and the hate that he has for, obviously Donald Trump and people who vote for Donald Trump and obviously the issues that are going on in his brain. I don't know enough about the situation there to chime in on it, nor do I really care to. But when somebody is struggling like that, I just hope that they can get over the hump in whatever way, shape, and form that they can do it. So
I feel like you're being way too kind to him. He's someone who entered the game industry hating gamers, wanting to ruin things that people who enjoyed gaming enjoyed. He's done nothing but be vitriolic towards the game industry and towards people who consume games. Why would I wish him well? I'm happy he's out, and I wish we can root out the other people like him. They have this smarmy smugness of, oh, you didn't notice that I hated you and everything you liked, but I was just here to make money. And it's like, no, we noticed. We just either didn't or couldn't do anything about it. And now we are more motivated. We want to get rid of the other people like you.
I absolutely understand what you're saying. And for a long time, I was like that. But when you see somebody that is this broken at a certain point, I'm just like, I'm not mad at him anymore. I feel sorry for him, which I actually think is worse. At a certain
I can understand feeling sorry for him.
You know, I think, yes, he's a fucking asshole. Right. And he's said and done some really fucking stupid things. And he's called out at his audience that supported him in a major way. And a lot of people are saying like no sympathy at all. Like, and I totally get that. I think for me, it's more, I just like the dude is clearly fucking broken. I hope he gets the help he needs. And do I want him to come back to the video game space? Fuck no. They can go fuck right off. You know, from a professional standpoint, from an industry standpoint, no, get the fuck out. I'll punt that shit to half court. But just as a human, like I don't know. I hope the guy's not.
He can check into therapy and then just never leave.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. Just disappear off the play.
Well, I don't
want to hear from him. It's like the same thing yesterday when it's like, you can't be so mean to them. Yes, I can. These people hate us. They at least say, I want to stomp these people out. No, fuck them. They've been horrible for us for like the last decade. They don't deserve anything from me. They don't deserve my kindness, my sympathy. No. Get out. Shoot, you're rooting everything for everyone. You think you deserve my happiness? I don't think so.
And it's like, if he's coming out and boldly saying like, yeah, I never liked any of you. I never wanted to be here for good reasons. I just wanted to make money. Was he one of the people who was pushing a lot of the shit that we didn't want in video games? Or was he just a brainwashed, true believer kind of person? And that would bring us back to like my question I ask all the time. Like, how do you reverse brainwashing on someone? How do you bring them back to reality if when you show them facts and things in black and white, they don't understand it, they can't comprehend it? How do you fix that?
Good questions. And I think that the chat's bringing up some really good points, right? The idea that they would not, like, if I was in the same if I'm in the same situation, would Adam Sessler feel the same way about me? Right? He wouldn't.
Absolutely not. He'd be happy.
Right. And he would just say, "Oh, another one bites the dust." Fuck that guy, right? And I understand that. I totally understand that. I don't know. Like I totally understand the perspective of everybody here. Maybe I'm just being a little bitch at this point and hoping that he is he recovers in some way, shape, or form. Like I said, I don't really have a personal relationship with him at all. But I don't know. I would like to think that he would feel the same way that I feel about somebody who's struggling and hoping that they can recover in some way, shape, or form. But you guys are probably right. He'd probably give me the middle finger and say, fuck right off.
So it's just like, I feel, again, since these are people who wouldn't give you the same sort of a human touch back, right? There's no point in like wasting well wishes on them. And it's a sad reality to think of, because it's like, they will use your sensibilities against you because you can still sympathize with them, because you can still feel bad for them. They can exploit that and keep their tendrils in place because you want to get rid of them entirely. But you have to operate in the way that they drew the line in the sand. And it's like, all right, if I know you're going to celebrate shit like this, I'm happy you're gone. I don't feel bad.
Yep. And to even counter off what you were saying yesterday when you're like, we have to be better than them. We already are better than them because we don't stoop to like their levels of like hatred, but we don't have to be sympathetic or nice to them back whatsoever. We don't wish them like death and everything that they've ever said to us. So we are already better than they will ever be. They're mentally just like, they need help. They're crazy, whatever, but we're already better off than they ever will be. So don't need to feel so sympathetic. Fuck them.
All right,
can I read off one of your supas? Because I feel like it's very relevant.
Yeah, fire away. What you got?
Zima Devant with the $5. Regarding Adam, these people are the same people who wanted you thrown in camps during the coup. They want you dead, and everyone's forgotten that. Exactly. I don't remember what Adam Sessler said about the coup, as it were, But I agree. Anyone who is advocating for that quite literally does deserve zero sympathy on any grounds.
And maybe even karma. Like, if that's what you wish, then maybe that's what your future should be. If that's what you want.
Yeah. And like, I get that you have to, like, it's just, again, human nature. You want to be nice to people, and especially as a content creator, you don't want to like accidentally burn some kind of bridge. But it's like, are the bridges you want to be building ones that the other person will burn down while you're walking on it in the first place?
As Max says, Sessler wished deletion of his own relatives for voting for 45. The guy's an unhinged lunatic who deserves nothing. He and his ilk can get banned. Oh, man. Yep. You know what? You guys are winning me over. Yeah,
if they wish you death and all these horrible atrocities, why should I wish him any cent?
Exactly. Yeah.
Fall off a bridge or something. I don't care. In Palworld.
Chris Beck says,
in Palworld.
Respect your point, Craig, but don't forget Adam said he hopes his right-leaning family members would eat and expire and he would celebrate. So, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. That is pretty fucked up. That's about as fucked up as you can get. Yeah, and it's funny, people talking about, going back to the COOF, the amnesty associated with people like, oh, we need amnesty for what happened there. It's like, yeah, fuck off.
No. I don't want amnesty for those people.
Yeah, I agree. You know, with that said, will anything ever happen from it? No.
Probably not.
Right. But you're right. You guys are right. I'm wrong. Yeah, fuck them.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys are...
You don't have to wish like anything horrible or anything, but you don't have to wish them anything good either. Like, you go fall off a bridge. I don't really care if you do or don't. Disappear.
Yeah. You know what? You're right, Blabs. You're right. You don't have to wish them good, but you don't have to wish them bad, right?
Just get to a point where you're like, Adam Sessler, I don't think about that guy at all.
And you could just like, get the fuck out of my space. Like, you don't deserve to be here. You don't. Right. You are nothing. You deserve nothing.
You guys are right. You guys are right. It never forget, as they say. Never forget. Well, thank you guys, and I appreciate that greatly. I love it. I love that perspective.